Cannot hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you, Joe.
Yeah, what is Hudah doing?
I don't know. I think he's fucking with us. You're muted.
Who fucking? I muted myself. All right, my bad, guys. What's up? I was asking which one of you is actually Satoshi.
We missed the whole intro.
It doesn't matter. What, the whole song or what?
Yeah,
the whole song too.
The
whatever.
Whole
Can we
anthem,
redo
whatever.
it? You want to do it again?
I mean, it doesn't feel right without it, but also it's fine.
Why don't you do it until I get my soda water, and then we'll all
right, guys.
Yeah.
From the top.
No, not from the top.
No, from the fucking top.
But then halfway.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blades. We're just holding to zero. It's our everyday.
All right, I'm not really gonna do that. Like, I know you don't want to sit through the song again. No. I love this. I love this song. I'm not gonna make anybody sit through it again. Good to see you guys, Jeekles, GM's Edge. What's up? Cryptophasia. Hello.
How come I can't see them?
If they route, you got to go on the YouTube. Again, it's not perfect. It's on YouTube. It doesn't route right through here. We'll find a way. What I really want to do is move this to a different product where we can like share it on the screen. We can see everybody's chat on the screen.
Find a way. It's a great Silverchair song.
It's what we do. We'll find a way. Good to see you guys. Guys, smash the like. Do this stuff. Do this.
Oh yeah. Wait. Don't do the stuff. Did you guys retweet it with the our unofficial sponsor?
Oh no. Hang on.
God damn it.
Oh, I might be able to undo it.
All out of sorts here today.
Undo
wow.
it. Deleting. Delete. Okay, redoing it.
And I'm gonna quote retweet yours.
Okay, so we're gonna say today, man. I was gonna do like a whole thing where I like labeled my cup wrecked drinks.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna do it now.
Dude, Gravity, dude, how's it looking? Yeah. Hey, we got our Florida bros that are like really like hunkering down right now.
Yeah,
it's
go Cold time. War. There's a bunch of Kongs that I know are down that way.
Shit looks real. It moved a little south, I think, right?
Yes, but like still gonna be like storm surge not as bad in like Pinellas Hillsboro, but like the north side of the storms obviously got a lot of the rain. So yeah, still looking ugly.
Yeah. Fuck. It ain't good, but and like making landfall tonight.
Yeah. I've been watching it all day, like a fiend.
You love natural disasters.
You know what, dude? We talked about this yesterday. I won't take up time talking about it. I'm like when I say I'm jealous, what I mean is like there's this adrenaline and rush before the storm and this quiet before the storm and just this like feeling of like getting ready for like battle, even though you don't.
Yeah.
But
dude,
I miss that. Yeah, I miss that. But not gonna lie, the thought of like evacuating different when we were single young guys, right? Families where like you can't do that. Different. So yeah, I hope everybody's safe and
look at my rec drink.
Dude. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. This guy, I mean, what's crazy is we rescued a guy one time. Oh, this looks like a boat with like a cover on it. Yeah. What? Wait, scroll up. What does this say? This is not the actual mayor of Tampa.
Wait, Joe, do you know this story here?
No, I don't know what's going on.
This dude right here is like, I'm just going to stay in my sailboat. Like, he's like, it's just common sense. Like, yeah, all the water's going to come in, but I'm on a boat. So the boat's going to go up with the water.
Right.
And that's it. So this guy's riding out the storm in his boat, and people are worried about him. And it was reported that he actually did go to a shelter, but we have on the ground reporting saying, no, he's right here. I'm right in front of him.
Man, don't ever underestimate how stupid people can be.
Florida man, it's a real thing. Florida man's a thing.
Yeah. We one time, quick side story. Joe, start a timer, 30 seconds or less. I just took up 7 of them already. We had 4 police officers from Turks and Caicos that their boat, their engine died and they got caught in a storm and it flipped over. And 2 of them decided to stay with about a 35-foot boat. They stayed with it. These were not good swimmers. 2 stayed with it. 2 decided to float together to shore, what they thought was maybe like a mile or so. They decided to float to shore together on an igloo cooler. 2 of them made it. Guess which 2? 2 of them made it out alive.
Oh, wow.
We found the guys clinging to the boat. We found the torso of one of the guys that was trying to make it to shore on the igloo cooler. When he got pulled out of the water, it's just literally his torso. You got shredded to hell by sharks.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I retweeted yours. I don't know if it was 30 seconds, but I'll tell you, I got bored with it.
Fuck you.
Gravity, by the way, yes. Gravity's saying, wasn't I once asking about Polymarket and someone getting killed? It wasn't Polymarket, but I think that'll happen at some point. It was Pump Fun. Yeah. Yep.
Did that happen?
Well, we had the guy who made a token saying, "I'll kill myself if it doesn't reach, X market cap."
Okay. I don't know why Gravity brought that up, but that should be a bet on Polymarket, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So since we've kind of had a chaotic start to this show, maybe we start afresh. We're all retweeted. We all did what we wanted to do. We're really excited to be here. Today's show is not brought to you by Rec Drinks. And just a little bit of news on Rec Drinks. The ticket that I opened up in the Discord channel got closed.
Oh, shit. Fuck that.
They did not even respond. They just closed it. I don't think they did anything. They just fucking closed it.
Yeah. Okay. Scrap the wrecked guys bullshit. This show is not and will never be brought to you. Okay. Just keep pressing.
Let's keep listen. I think there's a lesson that we need to teach the people that watch this show, right?
Persistence.
And that lesson is we do not give up on the first time someone thinks we're idiots. We do not give up on the second time. And I would continue to go on to a high number because that does happen pretty regularly with us. And so we continue to persevere and continue to hammer away at this thing until we actually get, I don't even know if we get a sponsor. All I really want is 3 cans, 1 cent to Hudah, 1 cent to Henry, 1 cent to myself, and we get to review it in an honest way. And so we can promote Rec Drinks and we can be a valuable member to this Web3 community, much like Zach is. So anyway, go on.
What's crazy? I would even buy it. I just want to know where to buy it.
Hey, 100%, Hudah. 100. I was with you. The reason I cut you off so quickly is A, I knew it was going nowhere. And then B, I completely agree with you.
We have a shareholder in our audience.
Yeah,
why is Edge not pushing this harder than we are?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
No, but I agree with you. I wrote in there, I wasn't going to be like, hey, we're going to give you money. But if they were like, yeah, can you send this amount of money? I'd be like, fuck yeah, we'll definitely spend that amount of money to get it. So anyway, today's show is not brought to you by Rec Drinks, but we will continue to persevere on. And hopefully when trials and tribulation happen in your life and you don't get what you want immediately, or even after the first or second time, you continue to go on. And that's the message. Thank you.
You think we'll get them one day?
No.
I think if we try hard enough, yes, I do. I actually think so. There's just something like, to me, it's like, what can be unburdened by what has been, and there's no reason that doesn't apply to.
What are we pushing for, Hudah and Henry? We're pushing to pay for a drink that is for sale, right? Like we're pushing to pay for it. I mean, we're not asking too much, I don't think.
Edge is saying, I'll see what I can do. I can get 2 cans. Guess who doesn't get one?
Me?
Oh, Edge said that. I thought you said that.
Yeah, no, that's our boy Edge.
Did Edge say who's not getting one?
I think we can read between the lines here.
I need to hear it out loud.
Yeah, he didn't say, but I'm assuming it. I'm sorry, Joe.
You think it's me?
I think it's you. He likes you though, so maybe not.
Well,
maybe it's Henry. Maybe he got
bad news, guys.
Maybe he got wrecked in decentralized. Oh no.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about it too.
You got bad knees, bro.
What do you mean? You think you got a tear or something?
I think like I either have like some bone fragment floating around in there or a meniscus tear, and I was doing nothing.
Fuck.
Absolutely nothing.
You want to hear something? I see. I've had gout, and so yeah, it's the worst. And yeah, you get it in your toe. You're usually your big toe, but like as you've progressed on with it, like I get it in my knee sometimes. I had it the other day. I thought I had it the other day where I was walking around all day, all night. And then I was like, basically when I got home, I couldn't even walk on it anymore. But a day later, I was completely fine. So it usually lasts for like weeks, if not months. So I'm not sure if it was or not, but I had some knee issues as well, Henry. So I feel
yeah, it's not fun. I can't bend without, like, if I want to straighten my leg back out, like normal walking, I have to like push it back into place. It fucking hurts, man. Like,
dude. You
anyway.
and our older brother Tickles got terrible.
How'd you
knees.
avoid that? Is it lack of activity or you just stronger?
I don't think it's either. It could be lack of activity, but I definitely did enough back in the day, and you guys shredded your knees early too. I never did.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't.
Are
know.
we?
You got the milkman's genes, man.
Yeah. That's it. All right, we got to get to some stories. We got a lot. I definitely want to talk Satoshi. I watched most of the documentary last night. I loved it. I don't know if you guys saw. I want to talk that. I want to talk, guys. The FBI launched a token. The FBI launched a fucking token. Yes, sir. I'd be tempted to do that at first, but let's just see how long we get into. Let's see how long we get into the Satoshi story. First off, the crypto market, Bitcoin. Actually, it was down in the 60K range, and it just gets me feeling again. Are we going to touch 59? Are we going there? I don't know, but here we are. 61K Bitcoin, 2,400 ETH, Solana 140. That's it. I just like looking at
the great Yeo, right? The great Yeo Inkongs.
Yeah,
Yeo the great. He made a comment earlier. He's like, I hope we see 58. And he said, I hope we see 58 would be bullish. And I said, why is that bullish? He said, higher lows. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. Like, can't get higher highs without higher lows. So
can you refresh this? Can you refresh this, please?
The prices?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's weird.
What did you think?
Hold on. $96. It says on mine Bitcoin that it was 63,000.
Dude, it's stuck there. It's so funny you say that, Joe. My if I go to Google, it has shown for 3 days.
Oh, okay.
63,126.50.
Fucking boomers.
So I keep So the chart is correct and it's down, but it has this is the third day where it shows
crazy
63,126.50.
Crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Well, we're not there. It'd be nice. Be nice if we were there. Memes, interesting day too. We may get to those. I can tell you this: somebody dumped like a mil worth of SPX, absorbed it pretty well. Like SPX got up to $620 million market cap earlier today. Fell to the upper 400s. It really did absorb it decently though, and it's still, I mean, looking pretty.
Also, to that point with memes, like we should at some point talk about the 4 companies and 14 individuals that were rounded up. Somehow we don't have all the details by DOJ.
I think that's maybe related to the FBI story, the FBI token. It might be. It might.
Oh, you were being for real about an FBI token?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I want to get into it, man.
Well, let's blitz then. We got Stripe enabling stablecoin payments for all their merchants here in the United States. That's in today. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow that goes live. That seems big. Anybody who uses Stripe payment processing, I think can accept stablecoin payments on Solana. That's again fucking huge. If we were all wishing for the day where you don't gotta, convert to fiat, maybe is this how? It's how I read it. I might be not entirely right.
What does this allow you to do?
Stripe merchants can accept stablecoin payments.
Stripe merchants.
So does that mean I could go to your store and buy a rug with USDC on Solana?
I use Stripe. I have the ability to, so that would be interesting,
right? Maybe if we give your guys people a discount if they pay in crypto.
Here's a question: it's only on Solana though, right?
Yes.
Yep. I'm like,
but
could
PayPal,
credit card and it USDCs it to you? Is that what this is?
It could. I think this is to bypass the whole credit card, ecosystem or whatever. But I think it's I guess we'll have to see as people test this play with it. It's already live in Europe, I believe, but it's coming here to the States now. So 70 countries already. Wow.
All right. There's no way that FBI has a coin, right? There's no way.
Oh man.
I could see a way where they would. So I want to know.
Do you want to? Let's jump to that. Okay. So hang on. Let me pull this up. Let me get us situated. Dude, what a interesting day today. There's some I'm going to pull up your link. There's Moodang FUD too. There's so much. I want to make sure we get to all this today.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk. I sent you the Zach thing,
dude. Yes, we're going to get to that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll bring up Henry's link. This is the story. Again, we'll be all out of order, whatever. Okay, U.S. charges 18 companies with cryptocurrency fraud. 4 cryptocurrency companies and 14 individuals have been charged with what U.S. prosecutors on Wednesday called the first criminal prosecution of financial services firms for market manipulation and sham trading in the crypto sector. Okay, now I want to check. Henry, if you want to set this up in any way, I'm going to look and see if this is tied to the other story here, and I do think it is.
There's not a ton to set up. I do know that Gotbit is a market maker. I'm not sure about ZM Quant and CLS Global, but I assume they're all market makers.
Okay. Well, then here we go. Again, I'm trying to make sure. Is this related to? I want to see if this here is related to the next fund AI token. Because here's the story. I'll put that on the screen. This is also from DB. The case got even more insane. The FBI created their own coin called the Next Fund AI token and enlisted the services of the firms indicted to catch them. Okay. There's the connection there. So the FBI took the unprecedented. This is fucking breaking news, man. Wild. The FBI took the unprecedented step of creating its very own cryptocurrency token and company to identify, disrupt, and bring these alleged fraudsters to justice. What's interesting is, could any of us have bought into that token not realizing it? I would assume, right?
I guess it's possible. I thought of this earlier, not what you're saying, but I'm like, it's weird that they're going after market makers. I don't know how manipulative they are, but they're pretty common. They're commonplace in the market. Like, they provide liquidity. They keep things stable within ranges. So I'm curious if there's more to it. Like, was there like crazy, when I say manipulation, what kind of conversations were they having? Because it seems like a bit innocuous to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know the details either. So I'm only familiar with Gotbit.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm going to skim the article real quick. Defendants were accused of engaging in the equivalent of pump and dump schemes involved sham trades to artificially inflate the trading volume of various cryptocurrency tokens. Yeah.
Oh, they scroll up real quick. I just wanted to read that last line there that they had about the 7. Yeah. The largest of the companies involved in the various schemes, Saltama, at one point came to have a market value of $7.5 billion after its leadership began manipulating the market for its tokens and secretly selling them.
See, this is what I was talking about the other day when it was like
Murad, right?
Well, yes, and we'll get to Murad as well. But remember when I said, like, doesn't it, like, when I was talking about wallet addresses and like who's involved in these things, and like, doesn't it seem like there just is some major fuckery going around rather than just people buying and like, or, you know, like, it's this type of shit. It's these companies that are doing this type of stuff, which is like they're secretly selling off these tokens that they're launching, and you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down, but eventually they all get screwed. And they probably have a laundry list of different influencers that they're like kind of enlisting to do this sort of thing. So like in my opinion, this whole like Moodang, this whole shitcoin thing is basically just, you know, if you're lucky enough to ride the wave of a lot of these scammy type things and get the hell out where you're making a profit on it. And hey, that's fun. I'm into that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, but this is what we're dealing with. And I think it's probably needs to be clear that that's why you can't take it seriously.
It's a really good point. It's just interesting. We're all here and we're engaged to take advantage of everything. Everything to some degree is a scam. And not really. Some are like intentionally scams, but the other things, it's like we're not really here to participate in like a movement. I think we bought into that for a while, but we're here to just take advantage of all the things that are going on, all the energy, whatever direction it's going, because it is that simple. You can make money in the good stuff, the bad stuff, whatever, but there's not much behind some of this, and some of this stuff, there's bad intentions behind it. So,
well, Joe, go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Hudah, I did send Zach. Zach actually has a short story where it's basically like he talks about, I'd be very weary of anything launched by GoBit.
Yep.
And then
over a year ago.
Yeah, and then someone said like, "Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit" or whatever.
No way.
And then he was like, then it shows this article of them getting fucking, getting sued or whatever, or arrested for it. So just giving credence to what Zach was saying. And someone was basically like, I thought it was a nice, easy way to follow that short story.
And this is international too. Like, I'm pretty sure that they arrested people overseas. Yeah, listen, we've talked.
GoBit replied to him. Yeah. This is again last year, earlier this year.
Wow.
Read something.
Yeah. I wonder if he quote retweets them and tags them with the FBI's or the DOJ's
I love Zach.
press release. Yeah, number one, like, the space doesn't appreciate in any way people actually building anything. They don't give a fuck. They care about if they're building something that they can extract value from, but like, they don't care. Nobody cares about real utility. People want speculation. And so I think the market reflects what it is people want. And I think maybe that can change. Maybe if more and more of this stuff happens, and like, it's going to. Just imagine what happens when we hear about like the people, the cabal, the people that the space holds up dearly, our dear leaders, when those people start getting arrested, because you find out like what, I'm not calling anybody out in particular, but like when you find out what they've been actually doing.
Yeah. And I think that's a good transition to talk about Murad, actually, because Zach actually called him. I don't want to say called him out, but Zach did bring this up about him holding a bunch of wallets that had $24 million in those wallets. And a couple of influency type of people kind of said that was shitty. There's been some controversy when that came out. So people are kind of, once again, calling, like, some people are like, Zach, this is dangerous. This is terrible to do. But, he said he uncovered 11 high confidence wallets tied to Murad, holding 24 million in meme coins on Ethereum and Solana, so the community can monitor his future activity. Now, I'm just saying, he's not saying any. If you go down, why don't we read the second one too, while we're at it? Why do I say these 11 wallets belong to Murad? Blah, blah, blah. Funding source is also directly tied to STFX, team address, multi-sig signature holding or similar holdings are similar to his post. So like, and that's not saying anything. It's just like, check this out. Here's information for you. But this, to me, because I think I was talking about this yesterday, where I was like, this guy's got some red flags, and I don't necessarily trust this guy's red flags. I mean, he could have, whatever. But the thing that also, the interesting thing about this is, I think OSF, which we've been talking about, Rex Drinks, was like, this is dangerous. This could be, dangerous for his life and things like that. And people point that out.
Murad or
Murad, yeah.
Murad.
But like Murad, but since when is wallet addresses some sort of like major secret and a danger to everybody? He's doxxed. He's got these wallets. That's just the information. Like, I don't know what the problem is with that. It also scares me because I like OSF a ton, and he's a future sponsor of our show. So, but it did make me think like, oh, that's weird that and the other thing I would say is the way that Murad got onto my radar was because OSF quote, he retweeted that speech that he gave. Yep. So
did he ever disclose his positions in these?
No, not ahead of time. I don't think he did. I think everybody just assumed he had bags, and he's probably, I think he's been clear he's been buying. I don't think anybody knew how much.
I gotcha. Okay.
Well, and I think all the sides are fair. All of them, is in people like Beanie. I think Beanie's saying it here. Guys behind the scenes, everybody knows this. Those guys, those real, like those heavy hitters, the guys really trading, they got tools. They already knew this. They already had all the wallets. This evens the playing field. It does. And then the flip side of it being dangerous, it's legit. It's legit, and it's also something Zach has said very specifically. Uptick in IRL robberies. Be real careful. Don't tell people what you have. This is really recent, too. I think this is a few weeks ago, and then doing this. And here's the thing. Zach always says he does this to people who are scammy. He could do it to everybody. He doesn't. He does it to people who deserve to have it aired out. He said that. There was nothing malicious, scammy, anything here. Nothing. So
and I think he also did like a little bit of like he did a animation, or someone did an like someone did animation of like and some army. Everyone's leaving that to go to Murad cult or whatever it was. So, and this is kind of what I was hinting at. And I'm not saying I'm right at all or whatever, but there's just a lot of fuckery, right? There's a lot of fuckery, and I don't like it. And so it's hard for me to trust a lot of these players, and there seems to be a lot of things going on. Beanie's right. And that's why I said it's not a huge deal to know what wallets are belonging to somebody. If you are smart enough to be like, oh, we have to find out what wallets hold these things so I can make my moves from there, obviously you should do that. I don't know necessarily if it's like a risk of his, to his life, but
well, I think we've got some evidence that it's not. I'll show you that in a quick sec. I'll mention too. I like OX Quit's take on this. Everyone's entitled to on-chain privacy, but if you use that privacy to profit off others, they deserve to see how much you're profiting. The transparency the blockchain offers, it's what separates us from TradFi. It's why we're going to eat the world. I do like it. I do like the take. Again, I do. People have deserve to see how. I mean, people should play the game. And it's fair if somebody else is playing the game a different way and exposing it. It's all fair. Like it's
all part of the game.
Well, what's the term? The code is law. Code is law. The end. You don't have to like it, but we know the rules. Everybody knows the rules. Murad knows the rules. He knows this. It's public. It is.
The thing that is the thing that I and great takes. The thing that I'm kind of concerned about is if it's on Zach's radar, and I was sort of feeling a certain way about it. It does seem like there is some sketchy shit.
Well, Zach said there's not. He said that he didn't. He did it specifically because he's kind of he hates meme coins. That's what it is. He hates the meme coin game. He hates people shilling low cap stuff when they're going to profit. But he didn't see anything scammy. He said that.
It's just a public service announcement. Hey, here's info on the guy who's pushing this stuff. Not saying he's doing anything wrong, but if you want to track his wallets that have $24 million worth of meme coins, here you go. I think it's fair.
I think what he's saying is. Keep an eye on this because this is a setup for this has all the makings of getting fucked over by these people.
And I think keeping them in check.
Yep.
Yeah. And Ansem is another one of these guys where it's like, he was like saying, oh, after the first rug of these celebrities, I was surprised that 2, 3, and 4 happened, where it was like, are you evil or are you dumb? I would like to know what the situation here is, because if it happens like 3 to 4 to 5 times, like what's the situation here? And so, whatever, we all are responsible, but like we also some of us assume there's some legitimacy to some of it, and the pulling of the strings is something that should be exposed, and I think that Zach is exposing that a little bit, and it should be.
The Tyler had a good take too. He said he's got his contrarian take is on the Murad meme exit. This was more about him talking on the show yesterday about, taking profits at some point, but also price predictions. And it ties into today because people think if they see Murad selling, everybody runs for the exit. It does depend on how much he sells, and it depends on the when. And it is interesting. And he's got a chance to be like a hero. He could burn his tokens and all of a sudden do instant banana zone. And he shouldn't do that, by the way. I don't think he should.
Is he buying all these things, having a huge supply of them, then going to basically shill them, and now he's kind of has the kind of ability to dump on everybody after it's gone up, and that's very fucking interesting if you ask me.
I think he's been vocal about being in these since he started, and somebody can line that up. Has he been talking about this early enough? But
$24 million, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, across a lot of tokens. If that were in one token, scarier. Across how many? But somebody will dive into this for sure. But if you want to know if it's dangerous, we have our answer thanks to Gabriel.
Nice.
He's like the best content creator. This is my kind of content. He's not fucking with people, and he's funny as fuck. All right, echo alert here.
I like his titties.
Everyone's so mad
They're getting smaller.
ZachXBT for doxing Murad's wallet. It's fucking bullshit. Watch this. Don't be mad. Look. I have $1 billion worth of meme coins. Come get them. Come get my Bobcat SPX 960,000. You see? Nobody wants your shitty Hamcat coin. Shut the fuck up!
He's the best. There's nobody as good. Rasmer, nope. Red guy, nope. Nobody is as good as this guy. This guy's excellent.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's losing a ton of weight. He looks great. Just had a kid.
Yeah.
I like this guy a lot. Henry, I imagine you like his style more too, right?
I do. He did not have a kid.
He did.
Maybe his girlfriend had a kid.
Oh shit!
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, he can't have a kid.
Well, okay, yes, fine, fair. But I think there's a baby Gabriel. I think.
No, but I do like his style. Like he's funny. Yeah.
Just everything he does cracks me the fuck up. Yeah. All right, fine. It didn't come out of his vagina, but I think that's his kid.
Yeah.
I like him. By the way, random big ass X copy sale today. I don't know if you guys saw $1.9 million.
Oh yeah, it's Chatbot and Chill, right?
That's our favorite, Chatbot and Chill.
Dude, when is the pre-mint announced?
You can go there now and check. I don't know if it's announced, but you can go and connect your wallet and see if you're eligible to mint. So worth a check.
Oh man, I'm nervous. Where could you drop me the link?
I'll have to find it, but when I find it, yes.
Man, I didn't win. I know I didn't win.
You never know. By the way, this minted for a quarter ETH.
Saintless, I was checking today because I was talking about it in Kongs and just people were talking X copy a lot. And dude, the floor is like there's one at 2, then it jumps to 2.5, and then it's pretty much 5 until 3 ETH. And I'm like, that's a cool little collection.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it more and more as it goes. Is it the value goes up? It makes it look better. Or I just think it's cool. I think it's aging well.
Yeah, I don't know that that's ever like a 10 ETH piece, but like it's a cool collection.
Well, during this entire bear market, you've just noticed nibblings of X copies the entire way. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't hear much about many of the other artists, so like there has been that sort of bubbling up from X copy the entire time, which is interesting.
How many people do you think were in the pre-mint? Like thousands and thousands?
Probably. Yeah. Maybe not thousands. That's hard to say. It's probably a lot. But dude, you never freaking know. It could be your day, and it could be really exciting. Oh, just came to mind. Bubble Maps analyzed the tokens that Murad is in. And they actually said they screenshots everything. They said it's actually pretty reasonable, the distribution. It's not like the Cabal tokens. That was from Bubble Maps, which was good to see, good to hear. Even if they're spread out, they look at how they're connected, and again, they thought it looked dispersed decently. So I like that. That does remind me of Moodang. Let's get to that.
Where do I check? I just sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to check.
It's coming, bro.
I'm sorry. I see.
Shape. It's on the Shape site. I just don't know where.
So maybe if I go to the Shape Discord, maybe I can find it.
Yeah, or if you go to their site, I'm sure it's like top mint or something listed. I just don't even know what the site is at the moment.
I'll go to this. Yeah, shape.network.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, Moodang. Okay, we had that CTO. We had that new. Hang on. Blazin. ACK is awesome, dude. His new collection looks so good, so good. Yeah, love it. Okay, hang on. Moodang. Okay, we had the Moodang scare. ETH token kind of comes out of nowhere, and just it spooked people a bit, as it should, because we just got done with the Nero drama from a month ago or so. It turns out it is the exact same team behind the Nero token that is behind the new Moodang token, and that should be worrisome because it's a coordinated thing. And do they have connections to Binance? And I do think people are spooked. Here's
wait. The Nero ETH token.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, no.
So here's the Nero ETH guys. Here is the same guys. Same kind of banner, same room, scheming for the Moodang token.
Oof.
Yeah. So this is making waves now. I don't know what this means. I don't know if it matters. I don't know. I don't know if Binance gives a shit. I don't know if they're involved in whatever's going on to some degree, because now it's weird. It's one thing if it was an organic community thing that happened and it got listed on Binance Nero, that is, because it was so organic. It's a different thing if it's a very purposeful thing happening and it's
copy pastas and that would
it's not even that really. I mean, it's more so like how does a team of a bunch of people sitting around a fucking shitty like cigarette stained room make these fucking multi-million-dollar market cap coins? Like there's probably like, I don't want to say like government involvement or like big money involvement, but like there's something to this that's fucking weird. And like, is today's show just all fucking like be careful, everything's a big fucking scam? Like that's what it's feeling like to me.
I mean, it's they've got the money to move markets. There's individuals out there that can move markets, right? Like Murad on his own 6, 8, 12 months ago could move any of those small meme coins. They were small cap tokens. He could have moved them on his own. He had enough money, clearly. These guys, you get a bunch of them together, they can move that market, they can manipulate it. They are very smart with their marketing. Remember, they donated to what's his name? Vitalik. They donated to Vitalik knowing probably he'd sell it, maybe tweet about it, right? It worked. They got the marketing chops. They got the money. They're powerful. It ain't cool. Nero replied, the Nero other token replied to this, and they're like, dude, we're with you. We're with you, Moodang.
For someone that's so conspiratorial, Hudah,
wow.
I don't, like, in my head, you're very like, they're very good marketing. Like, in my head, I feel like I'm seeing like more so like, what the fuck are they doing? How are they like, how is all of this connecting in a very negative, evil type of way? That's what I'm seeing with a lot of this.
I don't think it's government level. I think it's dirty, evil, and it doesn't take much. That's kind of the beauty of the blockchain. It's so simple and accessible. Anybody can do it if you're smart enough. But to me, where the conspiracy stuff comes into play, and I think it does maybe, is Binance involved? Is Binance directly involved? And so not government, but Binance. Yeah, I do think maybe.
But I think that like you're saying that like Murad would have been able to like sell a while ago under the thing. Like, it's so fucking similar to Ansem. I can't even get over it. Meaning, Ansem was not on my radar at all. At all. Then once the bull market started to come with Solana, he becomes main character, right? That's the whole thing that people say, like main character. Murad, 2 weeks ago, no one really heard of the guy, and now he's on Rug Radio. He's on all these shows. It's all this stuff happening, and it's so similar to Ansem. And now, like, he probably could. You're saying he could have sold before. Maybe that's not what the plan was. The plan was he holds. They build him up to be able to move a market. Then he posts about it. Then it gets a little bit of advertising and marketing of this guy's being, oh, we should follow and listen to this guy. Let's get the ball rolling in his favor. Now it's rolling. Now it's more so like the markets are going to go up. His words going up, and now we can start to play that game. You don't play the game until it starts to actually be main character.
I think, like I've said before, I think Lucanet's is not doing this on his own. I think he's got a team behind the scenes, like of very powerful people helping direct, and he's more the face of a thing. I do think that kind of stuff happens, that these guys, it's much more coordinated, purposeful behind the scenes. A guy who does the meme coin stuff, I'm not sure there yet. I could totally buy it, but I also see how quickly guys can gain that popularity. Somebody like BitGod during the Bitcoin cycle. It comes really, really fast. And if you make money, first off, people flock to you because they just know, like in the ocean, the little fish that swim by sharks, because they know they'll get fed. It's just that happens blink of an eye in this space. You know what I said this morning, actually? Murad's thesis here is it's the 6, 12-month-old meme coins that are going to work because people have bought them, held them for a while. You're not going to have cabal because you can't fake, the realness. Well, that speaks to what you're saying. I think maybe you can fake it. I think people are those. I think the cabal guys and the guys who are here to fuck everybody over, they know the game plan now. They're going to do that. They're going to have a long drawn out game plan now, and they're going to copy exactly that. The Ansem, the Murad stuff, and next cycle is going to be full of these kind of things that you think is organic, like a year in the making, and it's probably not.
Honestly, what I'm seeing more now is I always had a inkling that like, oh, the meme coin, shit coin thing, there is something going on, and it does start to seem as if the curtain maybe is not being pulled back, but the shading of it is getting lighter and lighter, so we're able to see a little bit more of what's going on and what the actual game that's being played is. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, honestly, I just out of like a hypothetical, if some big time VC or if this Chinese or wherever this team was from came to us and said, hey, listen, we're gonna hook you up. This is what I need you to do. We're going to give you a shitload of coins. We're going to have you do predictions on our show. Once we do those predictions, we get 3 influencers. We get Beanie. We get this to quote retweet a clip of this show saying, I predict that this next coin is going to be the next big thing. And it 100Xs, people start to watch this show. People start to start to say, oh, look at these 3 fucking guys, right? That's the thing that I'm seeing right now, and that's the thing that like is kind of freaking me out. So I don't know. I'm just being conspiratorial, but that's That's what's jumbling in my mind.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. Money, all that matters is money, whatever. And these guys are so fucking smart. However you can get to the money, and I think they're doing it. So I actually agree with you. I'm right there with you. I absolutely think that's a thing that's happening. If not happening, if it's not these guys, it is someone else. It absolutely is. Even Beanie said it's all fake. And these influencers, a lot of them are the same person, multiple accounts. Like everything is fake that we're looking at and very manipulated.
Yeah, I just got
did the ETH token pump?
It pumped up somewhat.
Which one? The Moodang one?
The ETH Moodang, since people found out it's the same people.
Let's see.
Which
Tell you what. Yeah,
I don't like at all. I
No,
think it's a terrible look. And yeah, if Binance is even like, if that happens that way, that's bad. Actually
down, but maybe I think maybe the whole market is. But I don't know who that's worse for. Probably both. Bad knowing who it is. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. This to me could kill a meme coin cycle. And it goes honestly, okay. I still think NFTs are part of the solution here. Part. I still think there's something to, you got an official NFT. I know that doesn't make it crystal clear for people playing just a fungible token, but it does build a much more real community. It does give something like visually to look at that makes you know which is the real one. And there's just something about an NFT that's different for that, for building that community. They're both down. Yeah. The Sol one's down to 127 mil market cap. ETH one down to 50 something. It's not good. That story I don't think has really gotten out there yet. Like that tweet had like 50K impressions. I think that'll probably pick up steam, next 24 hours.
I think we all kind of know that we've had this discussion before that a lot of these teams are behind a lot of these things, right? Like it's just kind of
this is different though, right? Like this is like hey, something's doing really well. Hey, we're going to create it. And then the thing we created is going to get listed by the largest tier 1 exchange in the world. And by the way, we're the same people who just did the exact same thing to another token. And since Binance talks to these teams, like that's how these things get listed, then it looks like a concerted effort to stifle the OGs. So that way a specific group of people can make money.
Can you think of an analog in NFTs, someone who's done the exact same thing on the NFT side? Because we see people go from project to project to project, and when they're found out, people dox the teams. People put the teams out there. It's like it's the same guys behind that rug project, the same guys behind this rug project.
The difference is, though, the variable here that's very different is it's a copy pasta. So in NFTs, it doesn't work the same. It's like, oh, this is the thing. You can't just create the same thing on another network and then think that I don't think we've ever seen that where somebody creates the exact same thing and then all of a sudden that's the thing that is the popular thing that everybody's showing. It's usually frowned upon in NFTs.
Yeah. So then NFTs, I could picture both scenarios. It fixes this problem or helps this problem because again, then Binance can recognize who's the good one, who's the right one, which has got the community behind it. And it doesn't work if Binance is involved in this. If they're involved, they won't give a shit.
But Henry, are you talking? I'm a little confused. It sounds like, are you kind of talking about how Moodang Sol and Moodang ETH are the same thing? But Hudah, aren't you more talking about how this team is the Nero team, but also the Moodang team?
But they're the Moodang ETH team. Moodang Sol is what rocketed, and they effectively took the hype from Moodang Sol. Applied it to Moodang ETH, and they already did this exact same thing with Nero, where it was Nero Sol that was parabolic. They create Nero ETH. Nero ETH gets listed on Binance, and now they're running it back with Moodang.
That's what's happening. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah. Well, yeah.
It looks like insider stuff at that point.
Well, I think that the comparable for NFTs would be if you have CryptoPunks and then someone does derivative of the CryptoPunk, and then that derivative gets some sort of like influencer pump, right?
And it's different because we don't rely on tier 1 exchanges, which makes it a little bit different. But imagine if you did somehow, and Binance took the copy pasta, and then they do it again. The same team does the same thing to Bored Apes or
people are going to
whoever.
Lose all confidence in any meme coin, any fungible token. You lose confidence. You do. It's really, really bad. If it gets listed, dude, like big trouble for this space.
The good thing would have been, let's buy the new ETH one for all of those because we know it's going to get Binance support. But yeah, I think that like who was the guy that got arrested or whatever for doing the OpenSea shit, where he would like he he was the guy that was like, OpenSea would have the front page thing, and then he would buy a bunch and then sell it upon that sort of,
Yeah. Nate Chastain.
Nate Chastain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
So similar to that would be as if, CryptoPunks, here's CryptoPunks V1. That they're the one that's getting Magic Eden front page support or something like that.
Yeah. This is crazy scandal level, especially if Binance is involved, but this is really bad, really bad. So I don't know. I see this and I'm expecting Moodang to not do well. Although you could really see you could see the space rally behind it. Their problem, again, is they didn't build the community that wants to rally. At this point, nobody cares. You got to have the community. You got to have that. You have to have the cult. You have to.
What's the general vibe on like Twitter about it?
I don't see anything about it. I was surprised at how little traction this is getting.
Positive that this is what's happening?
Unless these pictures are fake. And this is new enough. It's at 10 a.m. this morning? So it's not like crazy new. Yes. I don't know yet, actually. I can't imagine anybody's happy about it.
Where are these guys from? China?
Except the ETH holders. They're like, exactly. Hell yeah, man.
They're like, oh my God, yeah, we made it. I should take that back. You see in the comments, people are properly spooked and properly calling it what it is, which is like something very worrisome for the ecosystem. It is.
Somebody told me a while ago, this is not supposed to be derogatory about Chinese people. So if I even start going that way, just give me a handshake.
Here we go.
Well, Joe's not Chinese.
I wasn't for that. Joe's just got a good knows where the threshold is.
Yeah. Joe, let me know. No, someone, Kyung. I've met him IRL. I've hung out with him. He's a great guy. I used to be pissed because he, I felt like what he was doing with like Cubs and everything was a copy pasta of Kong's, even to the degree of like the logo. And I forgot who I was talking to. And interestingly enough, like Kong's had our logo. What would you call it? Trademark squatting. We had a lot of our logos and whatnot trademark squatted on in China. And somebody had told me they're like, that is that's like consistent with Chinese culture. Copying what other people do is not, it's not frowned upon. I think we see it with a lot of counterfeit goods that come out of China as well. So like, what I mean is it may not be surprising that this type of thing happens because I think culturally it's fine. It's totally on the table. If you want to take something somebody else did and just do the same thing, it's not a problem. It's not looked at as like, I don't want to just copy exactly what they're doing. So
yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to work pretty hard to call that insensitive or whatever. I mean, it is. Okay, cool. It is kind of insensitive. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
I'm not
like what do they say? Like Indian giver type thing. Like people, that's not a cool thing to say. Like saying any one people
broad stroke
is used to that.
Do you know what? To that point, real quick, I'm shocked that the term Jeets has been like okay to use in this space. You know what I mean? Like it's
where does that come from?
Can I say it?
Is it of Indian?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just shortening a certain derogatory word there. But nobody questions that.
What word is it? Or is it not okay?
I don't know if I can say it. I literally don't know. And I just...
No, I had no idea. I didn't know that that's where it came from.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is extended. That's probably a good thing, Henry, that we don't know what it is. I would say that the crypto space isn't the most culturally.
We say it all the time. Yeah,
I think that's the thing, though. I think people don't know what it's short for. It's just a longer version of that, but I think people don't know.
I'm Googling.
And because once I didn't know, and then when I saw it, I'm like, oh God, of course. I'm like, how are people saying that? And it's just like the most casual term here now.
Until you said that, I never even thought of that. Yeah. I just always looked at it like
a yeet.
Yeet. Yeah, I always thought of it as like a yeet. Yeah.
Okay, Lemon is saying Jeet doesn't come down as being offensive on Urban Dictionary. Okay.
Explore Jeet, meaning, origin, and popularity. Accomplishing great challenges through perseverance. Jeet, origin, Sanskrit. Oh, it's a name. The origin is Sanskrit, gender, boy. Jeet is a masculine name from Sanskrit, predominantly used in Indian and Hindu-speaking regions. It incorporates powerful and positive meanings such as mastery, victory, success, win, and the one who overcomes all problems.
Okay. Well, I like that. That's much better.
So when you're jeeting, you're doing something We don't use it that way though.
No. And it's definitely, I mean, it is used to describe
Indian people.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's a different word that it's short for, and whatever.
Is there a name like Sanjeet?
I don't know. Let's move on. It's stupid. I mean, I don't even know if it like.
It's not. This is what we do.
I mean, I go on. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not like afraid of it, but it seems boring at this point. Like you're saying the same thing.
I'm not saying the same thing. I'm asking if it was short for Sanjeet.
Well, either way, we got like 5 minutes. Let's hit the HBO documentary.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joe.
No, I honestly,
no, joking.
I don't give a fuck.
I
was gonna say like imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So maybe like you're doing that, imitating, and blah blah blah. I don't know. Maybe. I think it's shitty, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. That's a story we'll hear a lot about because their implications are huge. You know, the Nero one going from 10-15 mil to 600 mil, like it's a big old thing. All right, who watched the documentary? Henry, Joe, did you guys watch? Did you guys watch?
No.
Okay, Lemon is saying maybe it is offensive. I think he's looking into it. We'll see.
All right, Lemon GPT will clue us in.
Yeah, by the way, and you want to know what? Like, you know, I was like, I don't give a shit, but like, there was some. Remember the thing that you did where it was like an Asian Twitter handle, and then you like talked in broken like.
Who?
Like, yeah, we I think Hudah brought it up or whatever. It was like Winway or I forget what it was, but it was like talking about someone, and it was like the tweet was in English, but it was like I think. It was like
it was the person. It wasn't you, Henry. It was like a character out there that's like
it wasn't. But we brought it up to talk about it or whatever. But
what was I doing?
No, it wasn't you. It was you bringing up the tweet, or I think I brought the tweet. It was that person on X called like WeWay or something like that fucks with Thread Guy and
yes.
Mika.
And by the way, the next day he was dropping N bombs and like and so like I was like, why are we even bringing a guy like that onto the show to post that? Yeah. That's completely shitty, and that's kind of where I was getting the vibes of this Jeet thing. So yeah, not cool.
And then you just brought it on, Joe. You just brought attention to
that, dude.
No, terrible memory. It's this on the screen, Henry. This like told Thread Guy he looks like I can't remember. He is.
Oh, and I read it right.
Oh, that could be.
I don't know. Moving on.
My point was that it's just shitty that we're bringing up fucking terrible, terrible, evil shit.
Okay, but now I'm starting to poll: is Jeet racist?
You know, it's so weird, man. Like even being on the receiving end of that stuff, you know, because like you know, Joe, I'm sure you have being Japanese, and we have being Jewish. Like I don't even care.
Yeah, but okay. So
I know some people do. I'm just saying, like, I don't care. So
Henry, you don't walk around like you don't walk around where someone's like, oh, look at that Jewish guy. You know what I mean? Like you can walk around undercover to a certain degree, but like when you're not and you can't hide that shit, it's a little fucking uncool, right? Like you can kind of blend in. You can even be like, oh yeah, whatever. But like. Asian dude can't do that. Indian dudes can't do that. Black dudes can't do that. Like they're like that's fucking. They can't hide from that shit.
Can I ask a question here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can redheads get some of that protection? Because you can't. People pick on the redheads a lot, and you can't hide that a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a protected class, or should
gingers aren't safe either.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean. I would say that like there's
got a whole holiday, man. Kick a ginger day, right? Like
there's not that much hatred for ginger.
That's the thing.
You might be shocked how many. You might be shocked.
Can I be honest with you about this, Joe? Yeah. Like I don't hear many redheads complaining about it as well. Like I've never.
Why? Do you want to hear my? You want to hear my truth?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because it's so embarrassing.
What do you mean it's embarrassing?
Just the way that people pick on redheads. It's people are fucking.
Oh yeah.
People pick on redheads a lot.
Oh, do they?
Oh my god. Yes.
Does it suck, Hudah? Does it suck?
As a kid, it sucked a lot.
Yeah.
As an adult, I don't care because you can't care about that stuff. But it's never nice. There's never a nice thing said about redheads. But redhead stuff is safe here. I was just trying to be funny here.
Yeah. No. So as long as it's brought up. When you are in your early teens or even earlier throughout high school, anything that points you out as different, anything is fucking horrible. Like you hide from that shit like crazy. And so when you can't hide from it, it's brutal. And if someone brings it up, then it's even fucking more brutal. Like that's the fucking worst. Like Henry, even if it was Jewish, like if you were in high school and someone started to talk about that and they didn't know you were Jewish, I'm sure that was brutal. Like just imagine someone you couldn't.
Well, we won't give our names. Like we have like super Hebrew
Jewish
names. So like it's like you're right. You can blend in, but once they know your name, it's like, oh yeah, you're Jew. But I'm with you.
The worst thing for me was that like I was half Asian, and so like sometimes people didn't know that I was Asian, right? Like sometimes they thought I was just some white guy, and then they would say some absolutely like vitriol Asian hatred type shit. So I was like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit happened quite often.
Not cool.
No. But you know, whatever. I dealt with it.
So we've got Lemon GPT. So far, no is leading the poll, not racist. Lemon said Jeet seems to have come from a longer word, which is a racist term if you check Urban Dictionary. We're about to blow this space up. We're gonna reveal the dark side of the space.
Yeah, we're gonna make a new word.
We'll have to. All right, we got a couple minutes. Let's hit this. Okay, you did not watch documentary? No. Okay.
I got filled with people like this guy on the screen. No.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Yeah. It looks made Len Sassaman look like Superman, like just badass, like a fucking badass. No, it was. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was super entertaining. I didn't get to the last third where they really, I think, focus on this guy. But this is who they said is Satoshi. His name is Peter Todd. The case was pretty weak.
That's the vibe that I got from Twitter. Yeah.
And there's stuff that I'm like, okay, interesting. The stuff that was interesting to me was the story of Bitcoin, like the timeline. I thought that was I love that stuff. I love like learning stuff, but also just hearing like how it came to be. I thought what was interesting is these couple factions that formed, pro this side of Bitcoin, and then these guys that are pro this and they want to change it, and them fighting, and then these guys that are influencing politicians to adopt it and stuff. I thought that was so interesting. I'm gonna watch it again.
Should we watch it?
I would. It's like 3 hours, I think. It's long. Maybe it's not 3, but I would watch it again. You know who showed up in it? Do you guys know Oscar Ramos?
Did you say Thread Guy?
Thread Guy. I was watching for anybody we recognized. Do you remember Oscar Ramos? He's done some videos on SlamX.
Yeah. He was in it.
He was in it like twice. It's like when the market was crashing, they'd cut to like YouTube guys reacting and stuff. He was like 2 different segments. It was an Oscar reacting to stuff. Which was kind of cool.
What happens with Polymarket? Like they said he was him. Now, like, is it like, nah, we can't fucking say someone won, or is it just like we're using what they said in the movie?
I think there was one like none of the above, and I think that's the one that won.
See, the thing I was gonna say was I initially was gonna be like, no one should win if it's not a credible like thing, but it's also like, is it just a bet on who HBO says is the person? You know what I mean? Like that's the actual bet. But anyway,
Choina's back. Holy shit, dude! I missed you. Choina's been on a trip. Left a comment. Just arrived home from Australia and Fiji, where I was almost completely offline. Seriously bummed I missed this episode. We'll run it back. We'll start it over.
Must be nice, Choina. All those gains going to Fiji and shit. God.
Yeah, that might have been on a previous video too. Maybe not this live here, but Choina, you've been missed. When the regulars don't show, I always notice. Like I mentioned earlier, like I know Lemon's been busy and not around as much. It's great seeing him, but I notice when people are just like either unplugged a little bit or just taking a break. I noticed. I missed you guys. I'm glad you're I appreciate all of you. I really do.
Yeah, we do.
Here's I'll run through the list of why it's Peter Todd, and then we'll get out of here. Sure. The strongest claim here, and it's weak. Satoshi makes a post detailing whatever it was. And then there's the Peter Todd account with one sentence replying to it. And he took that as he finished the first statement. Like it was a statement and he forgot to put in the last little bit. And he didn't realize he was logged into his Peter Todd account and finished the statement, which is a stretch considering it was just a little extra statement, a little extra color. And it was an hour and a half later. That was the biggest thing. It's like, we think that's him. They did say their writing structure is similar. They use the same words. It's like Canadian / something else. Like the spelling and the structure is similar. There's a couple other things. Now, here it is, British Canadian spelling. which is so common. They pointed out there was just a few things, and all of it's like interesting, but I saw somebody make maybe the best point. I think the absolute best point here, which is analyze the code. Analyze the code. Does his code look similar? And I saw this guy here. Great take. I want to really digest this and see, who's researched it more. Amir Taki said Satoshi wrote code that was not not usual. He coded in a way he wasn't like a coder, like a prolific coder. So he had his style, and he said that Peter Todd's code doesn't look anything like this guy's, nor does anybody else's. Which I think is interesting. I think if you want to find out who Satoshi was, whoever's got the code that matches is probably your better bet. It's almost like a fingerprint. I think that rules out people or points the finger at somebody more than anything they had yesterday. So I thought that was interesting. Interesting take.
What a shit. What's the name of the documentary?
It's I forget. I've had trouble remembering what it is too. It's
is it
not
something like
title.
Finding Satoshi or whatever? Or is it like saying that they're going to figure out who it is?
It's not in the title, I don't think.
It's just
I can't spell.
It's fucking lame, dude.
It wasn't great. Entertaining enough, but it wasn't great. Also, okay, he of course denies he's Satoshi. I also thought it was really fun when he said once in the show he is Satoshi, and part of you wants to read into that and be like, is that Satoshi's first chance to publicly say he's him, and nobody can really run with it? Is that the time? Peter Todd also said once in a private message, "I'm the world's leading authority on destroying Bitcoins," and you can read into that and say, well, because he burned his million Bitcoins. You could, you could go there, but and they definitely tried to frame these guys. There it is. Money Electric, the Bitcoin mystery.
Oh, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
You know what's so weird is that it doesn't interest me at all.
Me neither.
Yeah. Good point.
For some reason, nothing about it's just all speculation and nobody knows, and so ultimately in the end, you're presented with a little bit of info for you to guess whether it's accurate or not, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't
unsolved mystery to me. It's so lame that the guy said he was Satoshi, but he said it, I think, sarcastically. I saw a little clip of it. Yeah, I am him. No, and I'm not. You know what I mean? It's just that's really
fun. But it'd be fun if it turns out it was, and that was his time to say it, and maybe just even personally for him, he got to. And but when they would hint at the other guys and talk to them and kind of half accuse them, and they would focus on their face a bit, they would get these shifty eyes and they would act half nervous and stuff. And I don't know if they were playing it up or I don't know if that was real. And there is a theory that it's a few people. It's the group of 4 people that are Satoshi together. And so who the fuck knows? We got no more clarity. We just got a little entertaining thing. So
thanks. Awesome documentary that said that they would solve that mystery.
Fucking
and it would what were the words they were using about it would shudder or shake the political system and blah blah. I mean, it was just what?
That's right.
Yeah,
you're saying that was part of it.
I mean, it is a good reminder.
Waves.
That was it.
That was it.
It's a good reminder that somebody maybe controls 1/20th, basically 1/20th of the supply of Bitcoin, and if this gets the kind of value people expect, that's scary for countries who maybe want to adopt it as something more than just something to hold in your back pocket,
But
that's scary.
If somebody did, do you really think they would wait this long? I mean, we've seen Bitcoin at crazy prices, right? I mean, I guess I don't know, why would they wait for it to hit 200,000 instead of 70,000? It's so much fucking money that if they were going to, you would, I don't know, man. I
would assume they got more. You know what I mean? I would assume they got some elsewhere, but that's just one that you can you blow up the world if you have that kind of power one day. If it turns into the thing you thought it could from the beginning, you thought it had this chance.
So are we no closer to finding who Satoshi Nakamoto is? We're no closer, right?
No closer.
Okay, thank you.
No closer.
That's what I really cared about.
Yep.
Nice.
Anyway, it was cool. That's it. That's fucking it.
That is it.
That's it. That's a good one, boys. Guys, thank you so very much for hanging.
Hope you make the pre-mint for X-Copy. I can't fucking figure it out. I'm signing in now, but mobily.
I'll help you. Joe, look at the officially sponsored by, unofficially not sponsored by.
Just want to thank Wrecked Drinks
for closing that ticket. We're going to make you work harder. You're going to have to close another ticket here.
I know.
I might open a ticket as well.
Yeah, I might have to do some Twitter DMing or something like that at this point. It's just fucking more work. More work.
I love it. Your passion is noted, bro. Guys, have a fantastic evening. I will see you tomorrow morning on Chain Reactor, back on the afternoon show. Guys, have a great fucking night. We'll see ya.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blades. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, on after we sing. Zero holders, on after we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea.
I don't think I made it, man. I don't.
Oh
think
shit.
What do you do?
Would it say that you were whitelisted when I? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It says this mint is locked. To unlock it, you must meet any of the following requirements, and there'd be like a check mark for is on the specified allow list. 98 wallet addresses, but aren't the rest of them all whitelist, or is this going to public?
I think it's all whitelist.
Yeah, and since there's 178 remaining, wouldn't there be more than 98 wallets
What are you talking
whitelisted?
about?
Yeah, the X copy mint, which by the way, the piece is fucking awesome. It's really cool. It reminds me, it's not like Grifter, but it's like cool because it's a face. Like I think it's gonna be bigger than maybe people are thinking. 250 edition, like depending on the price, may try to grab one on secondary.
Oh, I think they're going to be like, aren't they going to be like 10 plus ETH?
Oh, you think if they're that high, then yeah, then we're thinking similar. I was thinking they might be like 1 or 2.
Oh, no way.
If they're 1 or 2, I would go for one.
Guys,
1 or 2, I'd buy one. Yeah.
guys, the X copy Saintless is about 250 edition, isn't it?
Yeah.
200
But they're
each.
all the same. You know, each version is the same.
these are
These are
different?
all unique.
Oh, so it's more like that, whatever it was.
It's like Grifters, but smaller.
yeah.
Or what's the
gotcha.
other one? Revenant or something like that.
I mean, Grifters are like a 10 ETH floor, and there's 666, right?
Yeah, something
But
like
do you
that.
remember the Revenant collection? I can't remember if that's the exact name.
Yeah, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Great collection.
No, Joe. No. No, it's got the similar like pixelated look. Not pixel, but like whatever. It's got a similar vibe. It's also 250 edition, but I think they're all the same. This one is different because 250 and all unique, and it's a face. I don't think
Henry, how are you
Revenant.
trying to get on the white? How are you trying to get on any list? Is it the mint?
There was
going
a
on?
pre-mint. There was a pre-mint that you could sign up for.
And you did.
Yeah, but I don't like. It was a raffle, and I don't think.
Gotcha.
I don't, it doesn't look like I got
Here,
it.
I'll show you what I was talking about too. Man, there's the 800 ETH sale is bonkers. It's so cool. Okay, I think it's part of the Max Payne stuff where he's got these editions. You know what I mean? And they're more like that. This is the new one. There you go. One selling for 4 ETH. I think these are gonna cook. They're cool.
They look shitty.
You think?
Yeah, I don't like
They're
them.
animated too, by the way. So
Are they?
you just don't get the full experience here.
Yeah.
That's great seeing them sell there again. Shape, if Shape can get some high price stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, some of them, again, because it's generative too, some of them look really cool and some don't. Like either that's like a placeholder or it's like a super common, but you see some that stand out like that. To me, stands out a little bit. Like that's cool. There's a few that like really stand out though. I'm gonna see if we can find something that looks like super rare. Like that's cool. Like that stands out. That's a cool one.
This mint's tomorrow, right? Yeah,
Public or something.
I think tomorrow's the mint. So
So who exactly is buying now?
I think 70 something have been minted already.
Yeah.
So I don't know who got early access, but
Okay.
yeah. All right, I gotta fly. I got some phone calls to make before.
I gotta go too, man. I got some.
I gotta go. You gotta go.
It's so important stuff. I got more important things. I gotta go. Guys, sorry. I gotta go.